This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.
I'll tell a little bit about geography also. How many of you guys have geography as an optional? None of you guys have. So I'll tell you about my optional preparation. Okay, not geography preparation. Geography was my optional, by the way. See, this is how you bluff in the exam. I knew about geography, but I will be telling you about optional. But I'll be telling you on some logical lines. Okay. So my optional was not my stronghold ever in the entire exam. Somehow it helped me in the second exam. What happened is, uh, in my first attempt and in my second attempt, uh, okay, I'll have to tell this. This was actually quite tough. All right. Uh, I started. I knew that my optional will be geography. I knew my optional in my last year only before filling the form that I will be taking geography. I got some of the reference books from the market, but they were so huge that it was tough for me to complete them. I did not even knew how to prepare geography optional. So my geography was very unstable actually. Then in the second, but then once I got cleared prelims, in my first attempt when I cleared my prelims, then I started noticing that I have to do good in geography. So I went to the market, bought another notes, thinking that this will work, not the earlier ones. So that was the first time I saw those notes. I went to the shop, I asked what is the smallest note that you have, whichever it is, please give it to me because I just have 2 months, right? I think I will know it. So that was the entire story behind my optional. I did not do it very good. However, I covered major portions of the geography and I was confident that I will be doing it. In almost all of your optional, there are two paper, not almost, in all papers, there are two paper, 1 and 2. How many of you guys have engineering as an optional? You have. So it will be exclusive to you. See, in any other paper like anthropology, sociology, public health, etc., first paper is more driven towards some of the theory, and second paper has a lot more to do with India, contemporary part, current affairs, etc. So kind of the second paper looks like a GS papers. It looks like GS paper. I thought it should be written like GS. I thought that geographical answer likhna hai mujhe, but I never knew how to write a geography answer. So I wrote GS type answer in the second paper and I was landed 84 number. They are abysmally low. For those people who don't know, it is there very low. Usually people who score decent marks are like 270, 280, 290, 300, etc. So in any of these schemes this can never help. This number cannot help. If you are getting 84, then you should definitely get 200 in one paper, which is next to not possible. Some people can do it, but they can be very rare. Okay, so they were not very good at any cost. Yeah, in the second attempt, what I tried to do is I did not study much of optional because of my letharginess, etc. But somehow I was able to make some adjustments. I was in my head, I was thinking what I'll be writing in optional 2, 1 and 2 and 2. So my entire preparation, my second attempt is to get good number in optional a little bit. And how to do that? The way to do is to go back to the book that I got in my college. I made some of the notes to go back to them, to use my second in my first attempts notes that I purchased from the market and use them very good, and then put all my head towards writing how I will be writing the answers. It does not matter if you know the thing. If you have written the thing, it is known that you know the thing. I might not know where Pakistan lies, but if I write the answer about Pakistan, it is known that I know the answer. Okay, so you need not know your okay. First thing is, the best case scenario is you should know your optional very good, whichever it is, sociology, anthropology, etc. You should dedicate proper time, 1 2 months, 3 months, however time it is taking. Test series you should take and everything. But suppose if you cannot do that, for example, you cannot do it, okay, and you have just idea of how to do it, then understand how to write the answers of it. It is easier. uh, it is easier to write optional ka answer than to understand it. Now it looks thoda sa hoax, but I will not endorse it though. I will just say that understand your optional very good, because it helps you getting into the service and getting you good service. See, right now the fight is to get into the list of UPSC, right? But once you get on the list, you'll be like, oh, I should have gotten Indian Railway Service, I should have gotten Revenue Service, पुलिस सर्विस मिलना चाहिए था, AS मिलना चाहिए था, right? This fight is there. You won't get it. You right now for you it isn't there. Suppose if you get IAS, then your head will be like, oh, I should be getting this card, or in my house card, or this should be there, this should be there. So at every particular stage there is a fight, and where there is a fight, you need to get good rank. Without optional you cannot do that. And optional, if you are doing good, no, trust me, everything is sorted out if you do very good. Because if you understand the answer writing of the optional, or 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 the general study wala part, you can replicate in the other part. If I know how to write the answer in GS, it is easier for me to write the answer in the optional also. I just have to make few adjustment. So understanding the art of answer writing is good. Now it depends upon person to person. The way I write, she might not write, he might not write, she might not write. So it depends upon person to person how to reach at that optimum level of self answer writing. I would say for that you require some answer writing test series or some papers for that sake. If you don't want to join any test series, at least there are multiple test series available in the market. Go there, purchase them, and try to write the answers. Then only you will be able to understand what is your style, whether you make too many, whether you are comfortable in writing paragraphs, or you are comfortable in writing points, whether you are comfortable in inculcating diagrams or not, which diagrams should be there, flowchart, etc., etc. How exactly you have learned the answers, the writing part of the answer. So yeah, majorly this was for the optional. And in case there is any other thing, you can totally ask the questions now. And if I forget a few other things, I'll tell later. Okay. Do you have any other questions?
This video is brought to you by AKS IAS.